But there is an exam here. You can see that, you can tell the difference when you're looking at this, whether you're using test out or it's not test out. So like this binary, that's not test out. So that's gonna be within Blackboard somewhere. And if you have a problem with navigating to that and not knowing where it is, surely send me an email and say, hey, where's the binary game assignment? Not when it's due, because if you ask me when it's due, I'm gonna send you to where? Your course schedule. So that way you know when it's due. But if you don't know where it is, then you need to say that. Hey, where is binary game assignment? And I'll do a screenshot and show you where it's at. But typically anything that is due assignment-wise or test out, that would be a test out. Anything assignment-wise that's not test out, you will have it up under the category. So as I went to lesson 2, right? And I opened lesson 2. Sometimes you won't see it. Here's the tricky part too about this new thing. That's why we're trying to talk to the students more one-on-one about it. Once you click and open lesson 2, that drop down, sometimes you may not see it. When you're looking at it, it may drop down, but it will be below what you're viewing. So you gotta learn in this to kind of scroll down. After you open something, scroll down to see what's below it. Because that's where I don't see it. And then I can tell you, because I'll put you, now what I will do is on Saturday, you have that question, you come to me, I'll show it to you. But Saturday, when is it due? Friday. So you come to me Saturday trying to find out where it was, you already missed the assignment. So you gotta email me, or you gotta know to scroll down once you open. And that's for all of them. They all have hidden things up under them, but you gotta open them to see it, okay? Because it's not gonna jump out and say, here I am. It's not gonna do that because they're hidden. They're under all of these things. So like, all right, let me go back. Lesson 3. If I do, see how that popped down? Well, if I was all the way up here and I did that pop down, you wouldn't see it, right? Say you got this screen open just like this, and you opening up lesson 3. See how it opens something, but you don't see it? So again, practice scrolling down so you can see what's all in lesson 3. So what's all in lesson 3 is PowerPoint. It says a lab, right? If I click on that, it opens up the simulation for that lab. It shows you how to demo, how to set up the computer. And by the way, that demo is the lab. It's showing you how to do the lab, but it's actually the lab. This is the same thing you're gonna do for the lab. So if you struggle with the lab, look back at the video of the demo again. That demo will take you through exactly how to do that lab. It is the lab. It's a demo of the lab, okay? So if you ever get stuck, look at your demo. The demo will show you how to do it. And even says you must watch this short demo before attempting the lab, because it's gonna show you exactly how to set up a computer, okay? Any questions? All right, we good on that? All right, so that's that. So I'll open up lesson 4. See, I click on it, and I don't see anything come up, because if you scroll down, you'll see a PowerPoint. And by the way, you said any practice, right? Your PowerPoint is also another good tool to use for practicing too. Because all it is giving you the information that's going to be on that particular exam. So like this exam, and then also is different about this class is the exams are not every week. Like 1 and 2 was the first week. So if you open, I'm sorry, I'm kind of jumping, but if you open lesson 2, you should see it says exam 1. Exam 1 is what? Chapter 1 and 2. That's all combined in one exam. So you got basically two chapters covering in exam 1. Okay? It wasn't like that before, the way they changed it. Don't get confused because you have lab 1, exam 1, week 1 discussion. So you couldn't get a little confusing. That's why I tell you to go back to your what? Course schedule. If you go back to your course schedule and look at that printout, it spells it all out for you. So because when I first started doing this, I got a little bit mixed up between exam 1, lab 1, week 1 discussion, so I'm sure you may get a little confused. Don't get discouraged. Just make sure you know where everything is. That's going to be your defense. Okay? All right? Is there anything else I need to go over?
No.
All right. So you got it. So you're going to have a week 1, exam 1, lab 1. You got the weekly discussion. You're going to have those every week for the first 5 weeks. Okay, so just make sure you understand. And just make sure you understand that they're bundled. The exams are bundled. So you usually will have 2 exams, 2 chapters per exam. Okay? If I do the lesson, chapter 3, see how it says exam 2, 3, and 4? So that's what it's going to be covering. Chapters 3 and 4. All right? All right? We good on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right. So we're not going to get into instruction yet and talking about that. I just want to get you to navigate. So where do you find stuff that's outside of the norm each week that I have for you? So you have to check 2 places. For anything different than what's posted, it will be under exams. So always look under your exams every week just in case there's something new that's out there. And that's where you will find it. But normally, the calendar under due dates, those dates won't change. Unless you, the student, finds something incorrect with the date that's wrong, and I have to go out there and fix it. Outside of that, these dates should never change. So if you look at it, if you go all the way down to the end, it says May 10th, Saturday. This is a face-to-face class. So Saturdays are the days we meet. You see final exam. You do your final exam in class on that Saturday. Please don't get it confused by thinking you can take it online. I had students in the past try to take the class online, take the exam online, and fail the class because they didn't pay attention that they have to come to class to take the final exam. Please don't make that mistake. I'll keep reiterating that as we get closer, but you have to be present for it to be proctored, okay? Also, last thing I think I have. Do anybody have a computer that does not have a camera?
I have to get one. I just got a brand new computer and I got to get a webcam.
Yeah.
We're doing the Respondus monitor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason, so it can be proctored and I can go back and look at the exam and review it, so that way you'll have check review. So basically, every student that takes any of the exams not in class, so your midterm, there's a midterm for this class, it will be in the class, and there's a final for the class, it will be in the class. You don't have to worry about that because you will be in class taking that. Now, just so happen you can't make it and you need to take it, you either have to come on campus or you have to have a camera. Because I have to review that test that you take, regardless of what it is. If it's a proctored exam, I have to review it to make sure. And you also need to make sure you put in there, if you've taken it through a camera, they ask you for a picture ID. Okay? So just make sure you give a visible copy of your picture ID so we know that's who's taking the exam. I see you in class, But I don't know that's you taking the exam necessarily, so just please make sure you take your picture out, and make sure it's not where you can't read it. I've had students take it and it wasn't still and it was blurry, so I had to send them back, hey, I need another copy of it, and I just have them take a picture of it and send it to me, email it. You ain't gotta go through a whole bunch of craziness, you just gotta take another picture and send it to me via email. That's all I require. If you take it the first time, it's not visible. Because you can see it before you actually send it. You can review it and see whether it's blurry, whether I can see your name or not, and then you can just send it. Other than that, if you send it and it's blurry, I'm gonna ask you to send me another picture, a legible copy of the picture, all right? That's that. But here's everything. Throughout the whole entire, if you see exam number 4, it's chapter 7 and 8. So usually they bundle it 2 chapters per exam, okay? But you gotta make sure you're studying those particular chapters before you take that exam.
Yes, sir.
And then your labs are basic simulations. So that's why it's important to read that or look at that video for the test out orientation, all right? Other than that, I don't have any other questions. I don't hold students the first day because I leave this time for additional questions or things like that we can answer that I may not have covered. But the main thing is course schedule, your course schedule and your calendar. Those will show you whatever anything's due and when it's due. Okay? All right? That's what I'm gonna send you. You say, hey, where's this? I'm gonna send you to either your course schedule or your calendar within your Blackboard. Okay? Any other questions?
No, sir.
If that's it, and you don't have any questions, and if you don't wanna add, you can stay around if you want to, but either way, you are free to go for today, and we can see you next Saturday. Just please make sure you're looking at your due dates and you get those done before you come to class on Saturday, because by the time you come to class on Saturday, they will have already been done. Or unless you send me an email. If you send me an email saying you're having some issues, then that's different. Worst case scenario, I'll see you Saturday, and we'll talk about your issue on Saturday, okay? All right? All right. Well, welcome. I hope you have a good time. This is not real class. It'll be more discussion and your experiences. That's what we'll be talking mostly about. Sure.
Anyone still on?
You said what?
Is anyone else still
Like this one here,
Just
exam 1, you have to.
Yeah, question. Yeah, but other than that, no.
Home. But